Hey guys, so today we're going to be looking at the uniforms in Sniper Elite 4. We're going to be looking at the Invader character that you play as. So the first uniform that we have is the German Infantry. Just starting off with the uniform that itself. This is a M36 tunic. Um, it's overall really done. This is Waffenfarbe on the shoulder boards, which is white, meaning that this is representative of an infantry unit. Same on the cap here. Um, Couple things that are wrong with this is with the Y straps first off on the front here. These are not supposed to be like this. Another thing is these uniforms have little belt hooks. I'll put a picture up of them that help set there's holes in the uniform that you put the belt rest on to help support it. But these hooks themselves sit below and hold the belt up as well, providing support. Um, Get your Y straps. That's right, because it is connected back here with this little thing. Um, However, even though it's German infantry, there's no magazine pouches. You would typically just see like Kar 98K pouches or whatever weapon that soldier would be equipped with. So if they were an NCO, they would have MP40 pouches, but they don't. The other thing with this is that this is kind of an early war uniform. This was the uniform that they used in the invasion of Poland, the invasion of France. So while technically it was still common, you would still see it, it's not as common. It is possible because some of the units that were guarding the Atlantic Wall were Ausstruppen or Eastern European soldiers that were kind of conscripted and created these kind of Atlantic Wall units. But you would probably see more of an M40 tunic, which I think they do have in here, which is interesting. But going on to the hat, we have the M38 service cap. Um, Got your national insignia. Yep, so same thing. This is Waffenfarbe denoting the rank. This is Waffenfarbe designating the branch of service. It's white for infantry. Um, This hat would later be replaced by the M40, which is a similar style hat but with buttons. You would still see this technically. That's the interesting thing. As uniforms did come out for the German army, they weren't just, okay, a one for one swap. You still had older soldiers that had their older uniforms and would keep them. So it's not unplausible that there were soldiers fighting in M36 tunics and M36 pants, but it's not per se what you would normally commonly see. And then going through the rest, we have a standard, looks like M40 helmet, painted green, no decals on the side, which is pretty accurate. It's just a standard Wehrmacht helmet. And now we have the black with double decals. By 1944, you would not see the decals on the helmet anymore, especially not the national tricolor. I believe this was taken off in 41, and then this remained till 44, where the OKH and OKW essentially ordered all decals to be removed, but they weren't scrubbed off, they were just painted over. So, other than that, the helmet looks good, chin strap looks good, and you can kind of see the helmet liner, which looks good. This is the M43 service cap. This cap is very similar to the Gerbingsjäger field cap, but it's not. Camouflages looks right, other than just a little stiff build there, kind of looking like a flat build that you'd get today, but other than that, it looks really good. Then we have the Jaeger helmet. This is a Fallschirmjäger helmet. You probably wouldn't see regular infantry wearing these. These are primarily for Fallschirmjäger. Without the cover, no strap. I don't even see a strap on the inside. But yeah, so that's the first one. Now we have the German engineers. As the description says, skilled technicians that keep the gears of the German army turning. Their auxiliary role often keeps them away from the front line, but makes them no less of a formidable force than the rest of the army. This is true, so essentially these are your mechanics, these are your rear line echelon troops. So these would be guys working on tanks, working on trucks. Uh, the thing is, like, an army isn't just foot soldiers. It takes a lot of logistics and manpower just to run it. Um, what we're looking at here is just some essentially dungarees that they would wear to work in their work on vehicles. And then if we go into the engineer's hats, we see they got the helmet with the double decals, engineer cap, German Jaeger helmet. I don't think they ever made M38 service caps in brown. It's possible. I haven't seen any, but it is possible that they did make some, because Germany was running out of dyes, so it is possible. That's the other thing. You will see different tones of field gray, so it is technically possible that this could just be green, but just filthy from him working. This looks to be a Fallschirmjäger M40 smock with gloves. As we can see, he's got 8mm bandolier. The belt actually looks correct. Yep. So the belt on this one is significantly correct. And then headgear. We have all the same hats, but you can also get the paratrooper helmet, which is just the same as the Jaeger helmet with a camouflage pattern over the top of it. Now we have the Ausland Spy, which what this is this is a Sicherheitsdienst. This is essentially a member of the SS who is in charge of security areas in the rear lines. So we have here a Hauptmannführer, which is essentially a captain. His shoulder boards are correct. These little diamond pips represent captain, same on the collar. The only thing that I can see that would not necessarily be right is this little band going across here. There'd be a little bit more spacing than what's there, because right now it's just a solid band. They'd be significantly smaller and significantly thinner. This is right. So on a sleeve here we have National Eagle, Sicherheitsdienst, Breast Eagle. Now the interesting thing is his belt buckle is technically wrong. It says Gott mit uns, but the SS had their own belt buckles. Obviously right here we should have runes, but for obvious reasons they're not present. And for headgear, we have German infantry in black, just like the other one, but interesting enough, we have the Ausland Spy helmet, which this side would be the SS runes, and then swastika on this side. But these helmets were primarily used for parades or security details. You wouldn't really see them on combat units, especially ones that are right behind the lines. You would just see like a regular Stahlhelm, which is not in here. And then we also have the German high-ranking officer's cap, which is just kind of odd because this is for a general, not a field officer, especially not a captain wouldn't be wearing this. It's got gold bands, gold eagle, gold all around. Essentially, this is a general's hat. I don't know why he's wearing it. German sniper. And what we have here is a M40 tunic and a service shirt. So he's got his top button unbuttoned as well as his service shirt unbuttoned, which would be standard for on the march and frontline units. You would see it. Definitely, you can see the difference between this. You can see the difference between this uniform and the infantry as how bright green this is compared to this. Y straps are still fucked up on the front. The back they're fine. National Eagle. So the only other thing that I find wrong with this uniform is the Lützen, these little shoulder patches. These are the early war version. Not technically wrong, but by now he would have probably sewn on the newer ones, or not, depending on the soldier. Not everything is just cut and dry like it is. Um, Other than that, it looks pretty good. Like I said, other than just the suspenders. We can go back real quick and take a look. Yeah, pants look fine. Let's look at some of the helmets. M40 in green, field cap, service cap, sniper, Jaeger hat, and Jaeger helmet. Yep. Moving on, we got the German spotter, which is another M36 outfit. But this time we see that he's got a pistol, holster, and then what looks to be a map case. Or it's either a map case or binocular case. I really can't tell. It's binoculars. It's a binocular case. But we have a field cap with goggles and a mask, essentially trying to either block out dust or sand or whatever while riding on motorcycles, or even just in the deserts or in the steppe. This was fairly common. The other thing this could be trying to do is camouflage skin, because skin, when you're assaulting, is very seeable because it's bright and white. And then, so the face mask and goggles are just a part of it. And then we have all the standard helmets. See that this is a M36 uniform. He is a Oberst lieutenant or lieutenant colonel in the U.S. and NATO forces. This is incorrect. He wouldn't. I don't think he would have a sleeve eagle, because this was primarily for SS. As you can kind of see, is a different eagle than what is here and here. This is more of an SS thing. The other thing is the overuse of iron crosses. So it looks like he has a knight's cross, but he also has the iron cross first class and second, or second class and first. So he would technically just wear the ribbon, and I think he's even got the badge for it. So I don't know what ribbon this is. I can't find anything on it, but as we can see, the Oberstleutnant here has a pistol and his map case. He does not have Y straps. He does have what looks to be a side strap, though, to help support the weight of what he's carrying. He's got his binoculars. Other than that, it looks okay. Just the over iron cross and the sleeve eagle. The hat looks fine for a infantry officer. Like I said, though, it's an M36. You can tell by the lighter green, the brighter and lighter green of the helmet. White blitzen around it, meaning that it's infantry. Our poor fella here is gray in the hair, which makes sense. This is probably where we'll end it for right now. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you want to stay tuned for part 2, please feel free to like and subscribe. Other than that, have a good day.